Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. And off we go from Foxborough. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Milton Williams in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Jets have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead.
Jets 7, Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see the football for the second time. Let's see if they can bounce back from the early mistake. That fumble a moment ago returned for a touchdown. The offense gets it back, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll go play action with May. He'll step up and run this.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's a give to Stevenson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, New England.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll give up the middle to Stevenson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now a give running left, it is Stevenson, and he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Moving left, he'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. May to throw on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Going to look to throw. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Fields. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Harold Landry. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Fields now on 2nd down. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and He's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's May. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They quickly out to Diggs.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. To throw now, May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Patriots, 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. May to the air once more. He takes off. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
To throw is May. Has to... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Jets have got it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, and then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
The run here is Breece Hall. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Play action now for Fields. Looking middle. That's the tight end, Taylor.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Fields. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Jets, first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A run here with Hall. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are through 1. The Jets have the advantage. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 2. Give up the middle with Hall. Woo! And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Jets first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Jets first down.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Harold Landry getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Fields now. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 11. And quick to pick up a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On the option, they give it to Stevenson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
That's complete to Diggs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He was taken down by Michael Clemens. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Jamian Sherwood there to meet him.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Douglas in motion. 3rd and short. And here is May. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On play action, here's May. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he's in! Lamondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats are on top. It's now 10-7.
Patriots 10, Jets 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Fields. The open man is Wilson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Escaping to his left. He'll try to carry that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Patriots are going to recover.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll run. It's Henderson. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Thomas on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is May. We'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. This one going to be sniffed out. Thrown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd and long, here's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Patriots, first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Headed left, buying time. And May will not risk it. Into the slide, and he's got the first down.
20 more yards. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, Patriots.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Patriots will get out in front 17-7.
Jets 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. A give. Here's Hall. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10, and the Jets have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
In motion comes Lazard. Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Off he goes.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
3rd and 2. Here we go. The motion man here is Mitchell. Fields from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot, see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
That is caught at the 3. And the Jets are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and goal, Jets.
mistake about it. He may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Jets, 14.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one complete to Hollins. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another Patriots
13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Stevens, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's into the hands of Diggs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They quickly out to Diggs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Patriots first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. From out of the gun, here's May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 12
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On second down, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New England.
The 16-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's May. He'll get this out wide. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
2nd down and 8. To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he will get into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now May and the Patriots going to line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a
Stevenson going to try and run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On the carry, it's Stevenson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Williams on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. That is quickly out to Diggs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Pats will extend this third quarter lead.
Jets 14.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanru. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Will run it over center with Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Fields now on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
In motion comes Lazard. Play action now for Fields. Throw on the move is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that ball.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
36-yard line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Third and long. Now Fields. There's a short one caught by Taylor. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Folks' kick is good, and the Jets are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He'll start at the 4. Yeah! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard
The Pates offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. May now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the
Now, so far here
37-yard
today,
line.
putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
So the challenge of these jet
47-yard
sweeps,
line.
Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
39-yard line.
May gonna look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Good for a Patriots.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for
First and 10
another
at the
first down.
29-yard line.
Now a give running left. It is Stevenson. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. That is Michael Clemens with the
He was
tackle.
tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. To throw now, May. He's found his receiver, Buche. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
13 yards.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it, and the Patriots tack on one more to their lead.
Patriots 40, Jets 17.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They go play action with Fields. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fields now to throw on 1st down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Fields to throw for it. That's taken in.
Fields pass.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Michael Clemens on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Stevenson, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Jamie Sherwood on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's May. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down. And
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Quick throw, taken in, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Patriots will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They put Wilson in motion. On the give, it's Hall. And he is out of bounds at the 45. 17 yards on that play. And the Jets have a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Third and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll swing this one out to Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Jets first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On the move left. He's going to keep it himself.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Fields. taking off. He'll try to get there. And he'll give himself up after picking up the first down.
Gain of 15 yards.
They convert with a gain of 15.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on fourth down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, uses his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the lead guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Second down, it's Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. Fields now. Trying to make something happen, but he's going to be taken down behind the line. And they'll turn it over on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. To throw is May. Got a man left side. It's caught. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Left side, he's got Henry. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
First and 10 at the
What a
36-yard
luxury
line.
that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll lead to a second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
6 yards.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Pats will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. Uh-oh. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Fields. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
9 yards.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First down, New York.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Oh, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
So it's a win for the Patriots. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home, as we say...